A choice board's a good way to allow your students to have some choice and on what they're going to learn, how they're going to approach a topic. So I have a tic-tac-toe choice board here for teacher PD. And on this one, you notice some of the squares, I've added a table. Some of the squares are purple, some of them are green, and the one in the center is white. The ones that are purple say explore, the ones that are green say create, and the one in the white is let's get started. So the directions say to start with the square in the middle, which is an introduction. There's a video to watch, and to answer the responses on your slide. So the second slide here is what the students would enter their information on. And what I would do is get this set up the way that I want it in the beginning, and then just you can right click and say duplicate this slide, and you can make it one slide for each of your students. And I would go ahead and put their name on each slide so that they know that that's their slide, and they're not going to maybe write on anyone else's. If they do, however, remember you can always go up here, click on the changes or the last edits, and you will be able to see and restore to previous versions of a slide. So you can go back to previous versions and you can look and see what was on there, and you can even restore this version if you want to. But to go back, all we did to create this was to go to the page setup, and I changed it to an 8.5 by 11 in case we were going to print this out, but in this case we're not. So really it could have been any size at all, even big, long, skinny one if you wanted to. And I created a blank slide, and I did an insert, and then I created a table, and I made it a 3 by 3. And then on that table, all you had to do to make it colors is to select those slides or those squares. Once they're selected, I went up here to the fill and I filled them, and then I selected a couple more and I filled those, and so on. And I didn't fill the one in the white. I created the line here by just using the line tool. I drew the line, and then once I had drawn it, I could make it a dashed line and make it a little bit heavier. I inserted the text, and then in the table, you just write in the table. So this one's a pretty easy one, pretty simple. Hopefully you'll find it useful, and hopefully you will be able to maybe use this with your students and give them some cool choices of things to do to learn their new topic.